All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. My microphone should be on this time. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Time to rock and roll. Happy Friday, August 27, 2021. Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen, little white square. Turn on notifications, like our videos, subscribe to our channel. Really do appreciate it. Big shout out to everyone who joined us for our live session yesterday. We're going to go over a couple things. Again, just a regular morning note today. Let's go with futures. Let's talk about the markets. Dow futures up 83, NASDAQ up 53, S&P futures up 12, Russell 2000 up about 2.21%. Crude oil is up about 2%. 10-year yields right now 1.332% on the 10-year. The yield gold is up about 0.32%, silver up 0.29%. The VIX is down about 5% this morning. The dollar index is down about 0.05% at 93.01. And euro dollar is up about 4 pips, 117.57. Dollar yen is down about 2 pips, 110.06. Bitcoin futures are bidding slightly, up about 1% at 47,395. 31.77 on Ethereum, up 1.72%. So good morning. Good morning. That's where we are. This morning we got some stuff happening. We do have Jackson Hole. Let me go ahead and read you the calendar as it's shown to me here. So we got a lot of stuff here. This is on I put this on Instagram as well, and this is on our Discord channel. So right now it is around 9 a.m. We have Philadelphia's Governor Harker. This is the Fed President Harker. Mester, Kaplan, Bullard, and Powell's speech will be at 10. The Jackson Hole Symposium. 10 a.m. will be at University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment. NY Fed BIOPS. This is the operations for the repos. Treasury yields. And then we also have Cleveland's Mester at 1 p.m. on Bloomberg. So you got them a bunch on Bloomberg. You got some on CNBC. And at 10 a.m., Powell will be speaking. So again, really the talk is, are we going to get some tapering? Are we going to get some kind of guideline for interest rate hikes? What have you? So even with that, again, I'm still bullish on JPM, which we have open. Again, I have the 165 calls. Sure, we fell a little bit, but right now we're right around 162 currently on the ask. So again, really just need to get to 164 and we should be great. Yields are down slightly, obviously here about 1.334. That's good for me because I'm actually refinancing my home, so I'm trying to lock in a rate. But for trading, yes, so I do expect the rates to bounce back up a little bit here, especially with the Fed talking. If the Fed's talking, I really, really want to be long financials here. I expect financials. I think JPM actually hits today after Powell speaks. Any speaking of tapering or monetary policy is going to help financials, so that's why we're in it. So JPM calls, we're in those 165s for next week. So that's where we are this morning. Let's take a look at some pre-market movers. I had a hell of a week this week. A lot of videos I've done. I did 3 this week, which was plenty. But again, really fun stuff. Really good to see. Let's take a look at some pre-market movers. Naked Brand I've seen before. They're down about 3%. AMC is up about 0.32%. Dow futures, again, Apple, Microsoft, Boeing, Salesforce, Verizon, Intel, Nike, JPM, all green. Everything is green on the Dow. On the S&P, Ford Motor HP is down about 4.98%. Gap is up about 7.48%. Let's see what else here. Dollar Tree's down about 1% pre-market. And on the NASDAQ, JD's up about 1.25%. NVIDIA's up about 0.71%. Marvell Technologies is down about 2.75%. Tesla is up about 0.73%. Peloton is down about 3%. They were down a lot more this morning, or actually yesterday. Workday is up about 7.63%. Zoom is up 1.31%. Honeywell is up about 1.13%. So that's where we are. Remember, today is Friday. So again, you don't want to put too much risk on the table. Weekends are for crypto. I've always been saying that. So we can take a look at Riot maybe for next week. Maybe Riot or Mara. Looking at Riot, there's not much there to look at. Mara looks a little more interesting. Let's see if we break 38.99. If we do, then I'll possibly play some over the weekend calls and see if we can catch something on the crypto side because they do run with crypto. So Mara would be the biggest beneficiary with Riot with any kind of Bitcoin move to the upside. a break of 38.90, I would target possibly the 45s, maybe the 50s. Again, it just really depends on what's the volume out there. So that's something I'll be watching today. So again, let's keep an eye on Mara this morning and obviously JPM. So that's where we are this morning. Again, a lot of talk, a lot of Fed talk, so it's really just dependent on that. So we're just going to have to be in a wait and see mode. Let's answer some questions. So good morning. Ride gap to fill to the downside. Let's take a look. If I can bring this up. Ride. On the daily, gap to fill on the downside. Yeah, there's a small gap here. You could see it right around $5.78. There is a gap to fill, but again, the question is, do you get the volume to hit that? Do you expect value to catch bids today with growth taking a step back? I think, honestly, you're right. Value is going to get a little more bids today. I don't think growth will slide back because NASDAQ is actually gaining. So not really to the point of thinking that we're going to get a huge pullback or anything like that. I think we're still streaming. Thoughts on JPM today? Again, JPM was boosting this morning. I think this morning with any kind of talk from Fed Chair Powell or any of the Fed chairs talking about tapering, that's going to increase yields. Again, that's the 10-year here, the 10-year yields. If that does break above 137.70, possibly 138, we may get to 1.4 today. Again, that just really depends on what they say. I really don't have the script in front of me. I don't know. And it's all about the reaction. So again, I do like where we are with JPM. Any kind of tapering, any kind of time change of monetary policy is going to help these kind of names. It's going to help the banks. So I'm really watching JPM today. I really think we're going to get it today, to be completely honest with you. So that's where we are. I guess everyone is out today because yesterday we had a live, which is totally cool. Just closing out some emails. Bear with me. Good morning. Your insight on the plan on the 152.5 calls, that's closed. I mean, I took an L on that. I mean, unfortunately, I was still trying to catch up with everybody and trying to let everyone else know on Instagram and Twitter, and that cost me a trade. I couldn't even type it up on Discord. So this is why I'm not doing any more freebies. I mean, that cost some people, my team, me, myself, money because I was helping others. And I can't do that anymore. I have to be fair to everyone else, and we should have closed it. Good news, some of the people on Discord did close it. They did get 40. But again, I had a chance to close it and I didn't, and I'm kicking myself on it. But these are lessons that you learn and you just move on. Because if I send a freebie, I'm going to get a million texts or a million DMs saying, "Are you still holding? Are you still holding?" I'm not going to do that anymore. So there's no more freebies on that, and I'm going to have to make up my $2,000 loss on Apple. That's just the reality. Is it a big deal? No, it's kind of a pain, but it's just an annoyance if anything. But Apple, for the most part, that trade is dead. You've just had sideways action after that fall. It's just the reality. You just take the lumps and you move on. We got a divorce at Apple. I closed it yesterday. That was it. I just closed it and that was all. I mean, you just move on. If banks go with the market, will we have a small pullback? No. I mean, if banks are going to go up, that means the Dow is going to go up. And not everything is the NASDAQ either, guys. So I understand we all want a pullback, but I don't know why everyone wants the world to end. But everyone's always telling me about a pullback. Okay, what's a pullback to you guys? If it's a 1% day, we even fall 1% yesterday, and everyone was all negative. I mean, I don't know what to expect from people. Thoughts on Moderna? Let's see. Oh, mRNA. mRNA, again, basically just saying sideways action here. Not much to do. It hit a high of 498.65 on the hourly. But again, it's just an expensive trade to play. If you want to own shares of the company, that's fine. But again, I wouldn't trade options on it. What's up with Spirit? Should I buy puts? This is support.com. I've never heard of this company in my life. And usually these moves do pull back. Would I buy puts? No, man. Just let it sink. Let it do what it's got to do. But chasing this stuff and buying puts, it's definitely a gamble, and it's not really worth your time. Spirit might get squeezed. It could, absolutely, but I'm not worried about it, to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to look at it. Who knows if it even has a volume? If it does, maybe, but until then, my eyes really are on JPM and Mara today. Do you normally trade banks every Feb, August, November, 10-year no volatility ahead of a Fed announcement? No, that's not. I don't time it that way. I just look at the options, and it was breaking out, and we played it yesterday. We caught it, the Friday expiries, and then now we have it for next Friday expiry. So we just did JPM twice was all. And I do trade banks often. Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, JPM, Citi. Our members know I've traded it many times. And I actually like trading the banks. But I don't pick the days on when we do it. I just go by the charts and the price action. Oxy. I believe this is Oxy Petroleum. Right now you're at the 200-day moving average, hitting that resistance. So no, there's really nothing there. I mean, if anything, it could reject, it could break. I wouldn't risk my money to trade that name, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's just been a crazy one. A hell of a week, to be honest with you. A hell of a week. I think all the trades put together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 winners this week. SLV was a loser. Apple, not counting Apple, man. Apple should have been a winner. That would have been 10 winners this week, but you can't relive it. Even I make mistakes, man. It happens. And it moves so fast, which really sucked. But you know what? You move on, and next week you just make it back, and that's it. And it's just, you know, if it's not going to matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes thinking about it, guys. That's just the reality. So UOAs were nice this week. We had Airbnb, AMC. Have another AMC for a possible squeeze. They may not work. We'll see. It expires today. SLV is probably dead. Apple is probably is dead. Obviously, we closed it. So again, JPM is the only thing I have open for next week. Mara player of the weekend. Again, I'm watching Mara. So again, I have an alert on Mara. If you guys want to take a look at it, it's right at 38.99. If that breaks, then it could be interesting. Lots of volatility today. This depends. So let's see what they say at the meeting. I really don't know what they're going to say. Do you play ZN, ZF, ZB for financial futures? I don't. I do not. JD above 80 for next week. I would not touch these Chinese names because there's so much volatility surrounding it. Technically, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. 80 calls are not terrible, but there's so much volatility ahead of it. I had BABA this week with our students, and I tried to play that breakout, and it reversed. So again, I blame China on that one. Let's see. Do you normally trade? No, that's it. All right, so that was basically it. Again, kind of a short day. It's a Friday. Don't expect much. We'll see what we get. Penn breaking out of the triple bottom. We've been holding the 50 price and supporting the 5-minute. Well, I don't look at the 5-minute chart, but let's take a look at Penn. Penn is breaking nicely. I own shares. I love the company, them and DraftKings. Again, I've been saying it. Ahead of football season, when football season hits, guys, Penn and DraftKings are going to soar. I'm telling you. So that's where they make their money. They don't make their money people betting on baseball or the Olympics. It's all about football and college football. That's where the money is. So I'm bullish on both Penn and DraftKings. Okay, we'll go ahead. Where does BA go from here? Testing the trend line. BA, we traded this week very nicely. We had the 220s this week, and we caught them. Right now, you're at the 100-day moving average. You need to get back above 220, maybe around 222, and see if we can get to 224. But right now, there's really nothing there on Boeing. It's up pre-market, but that's about it. Levels to watch on DraftKings. Really need to get above 60.37. 74.38, I believe, is the all-time high, but it's a nice comeback for DraftKings. I bought the dip. I love the company. See a little double bottom here. Once we break about this range of 60.82, then really 75 is in range for the next couple of months, and that's what I'm expecting. Okay, we'll go and leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you next week for the morning note. Have a great one, guys. Thank you guys for joining me on yesterday's live. It was really fun. I mean, it was a lot going on, but again, really, really fun to hear you guys and to talk to you guys and answer your questions live with the market. Congratulations for getting JPM yesterday. We still have JPM open. I think we get it today. Remember, guys, if you see your profit, don't expect me to update you. I just can't. You have to take control and you do your thing, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be fine. I'm still holding it. 40% is my target, as always. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend.